In the 21st century, the very idea of a battlefield has changed. It's no longer a static line drawn on a map. Think of it more like a dynamic, interconnected web where a single action can ignite an entire region. This is the new face of conflict, defined by incredibly rapid escalation and sprawling simultaneous fronts.
You know, it's a core truth of modern strategy. Great conflicts don't just erupt out of nowhere from a single cause. They are an accumulation, a chain reaction of old rivalries and unresolved tensions, just waiting for a spark. And once it starts, it just keeps drawing more and more players onto an increasingly complex battlefield. So let's focus in. Right now, all eyes are on the ongoing air campaign that the United States is leading against Iran. And this is a big deal because it represents a major strategic pivot. We're moving away from a policy of just containment to the direct dismantlement of their offensive capabilities.
The mission directive is crystal clear: neutralize Iran's strategic missile stockpiles. They're going after heavily fortified sites like the Asnader facility, which we know houses cruise and ballistic missiles. And to do that, they're deploying specialized deep penetration munitions, bunker busters, designed to reach assets buried deep, deep underground.
It's absolutely crucial to understand this. These are not isolated one-off strikes. They are the opening moves of a sustained, methodical campaign. This new target set, Iran's long-range strike capability, is going to be the main focus of operations for the foreseeable future. To really grasp the gravity of the situation, we need to pull the lens back and look at the bigger picture. You see, this conflict between the United States and Iran, it is not happening in a vacuum. It's really just the latest piece being added to a much larger and increasingly volatile regional chessboard. At this very moment, there are 4 distinct, yet deeply interconnected wars being waged across this one troubled region. And each one just adds another layer of complexity, another potential path for escalation. And the speed of this escalation is, well, it's staggering. Just 10 days ago, war breaks out between Afghanistan and Pakistan. 7 days ago, a whole new front opens as the US and Israel launch their operations against Iran. Then, just 5 days ago, Hezbollah rocket attacks from Lebanon trigger a massive Israeli response. And all of this is unfolding against the backdrop of Yemen's brutal civil war, a conflict that's been grinding on since 2014. So, with 4 fronts now active and beginning to converge, the critical question for military planners is pretty obvious. Is this whole thing about to get even bigger? Intelligence suggests a new and highly unconventional strategy is being weighed. According to the intelligence reports we're seeing, the United States is actually exploring the option of opening a 5th front. But here's the twist. Not with conventional American forces, but by leveraging regional dynamics to apply pressure from a totally new and unexpected direction. The proposed operation basically has 3 steps. Phase 1, engage veteran Kurdish fighters based in northern Iraq. Phase 2, convince them to conduct cross-border operations deep into Iran. The strategic objective, to open an internal front, one designed to strain and destabilize the Iranian government from the inside out. This is a classic, high-risk, high-reward gambit. The potential to tie down significant Iranian forces internally is huge, but the geopolitical fallout, well, it could be immense and dangerously unpredictable. Now, to accurately calculate this risk, you first have to understand the Kurdish people. You see, opening this 5th front isn't just a tactical decision. It is a profound geopolitical move that touches one of the most complex demographic fault lines in the entire region. The 10 million Kurds inside Iran are the intended leverage point for this whole destabilization effort. The problem is, they represent only a fraction of a much larger stateless nation scattered all across the Middle East. And the numbers really illuminate the strategic dilemma here. While the plan is targeting the 10 million Kurds inside Iran, the total Kurdish population is somewhere between 35 and 40 million, and they're living as significant minorities across the borders of 4 different sovereign states. And right there, that is the fundamental risk. An operation that's designed to destabilize one country, Iran, could have the unintended consequence of igniting long-simmering tensions among Kurdish populations in 3 other nations. That could create waves of instability that would prove just about impossible to control. All of this forces us back to the central question. On a battlefield this interconnected, the lines aren't just blurred. For all intents and purposes, they're erased. An action taken here has immediate and unpredictable repercussions over there, compelling us to ask, in modern warfare, where does one conflict truly end and the next begin?